slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Imagine this, it's a crisp morning over the Baltic Sea. The kind where the water below looks like a sheet of steel, unbroken except for the faint ripples from the wind. A NATO F-35 pilot is on routine patrol, eyes scanning the horizon, radar sweeping the skies. Suddenly, there's a blip, something fast, something that's not supposed to be there. It's faint, almost ghostly, slipping through the detection net like smoke. The pilot's heart rate spikes. Is it a glitch? No, it's real. And as the jet closes in, the shape materializes sleek, angular, with that unmistakable Russian star on the tail. The Su-57 Felon, Russia's shadowy fifth-generation fighter, probing NATO airspace, testing the limits. The interceptor's tense radios crackle with warnings. Maneuvers get close to close. One wrong move, and it's not just a close call. It's the spark that could ignite something much bigger. This isn't fiction. It's happening more often than you think. And it's why NATO can't take its eyes off this machine. You see, the Su-57 isn't just another jet. It's Russia's answer to the West's dominance in the skies, a symbol of resurgence after decades of decay. But to understand why NATO is watching it so closely, we have to go back, way back to the fall of the Soviet Union. Picture the early 1990s. The Iron Curtain crumbles. The USSR splinters into pieces, and Russia's once mighty aerospace industry is left in ruins. Factories that churned out MiGs and Sukhoi by the hundreds are now ghost towns. Engineers scattering to wherever they can find work. Blueprints gathering dust. The Russian Air Force, what was left of it, was flying relics planes from the 1970s and 80s, patched together with whatever parts they could scrounge. It was humiliating. NATO expanded eastward, swallowing up former Warsaw Pact nations, and Russia could barely muster a response. Their pilots were training on simulators because fuel was too expensive, and maintenance, forget it. Planes were cannibalized for parts just to keep a few in the air. Then comes Vladimir Putin. He takes the helm in 2000, and things start to shift. Oil prices boom, money floods in, and Putin pours it into the military. It's not just about tanks and troops, it's about reclaiming the skies. By the mid-2000s, Russia is dreaming big again. They launched the PAC-FA program, Prospective Aviation Complex of Frontline Aviation, in 2002. The goal? Build a fifth-generation fighter that can go toe-to-toe with America's SF-22 Raptor and the upcoming F-35 Lightning II. Stealth, super cruise, super maneuverability, the works. They partner with India, sharing costs and tech, because let's face it, Russia couldn't do it alone. The Indians were excited at first. They saw it as a way to leapfrog their own capabilities. But as development dragged on, cracks appeared. The first prototype, the T-50, takes to the skies in January 2010. It's a milestone, but behind the scenes it's a mess. Engines aren't ready. The AL-1 F1s are basically upgraded from the Su-35. Not true fifth-gen power plants. Stealth features, they're there, but not as refined as the West's. The radar cross-section is reduced, sure, but estimates put it at 0.1 to 1 square meter from the front, compared to the F-35's golf ball-sized 0.001. That's like hiding behind a bush versus becoming invisible. And the costs, ballooning. Delays pile up. India starts getting cold feet. By 2018, they pull out, citing concerns over the stealth tech, engine reliability, and overall performance. It's a blow. Russia loses a key partner and billions in funding. But they press on, renaming it the Su-57, and by 2020, the first production models enter service, or at least, that's the official line. In reality, production is snail-paced. Sanctions from the West after Crimea in 2014 bite hard, cutting off high-tech imports. Let's talk about what makes the Su-57 tick. Imagine explaining this to a buddy over coffee. No jargon, just the facts. It's a twin-engine beast, about 66 feet long, wingspan of 46 feet, standing 15 feet tall. Empty, it weighs around 0 pounds, but loaded for bear, it's up to 77,000. Those engines? The interim AL-1 F1S give it thrust vectoring, meaning the nozzles can swivel to pull off insane maneuvers like the Cobra, where the plane rears up like a striking snake. Top speed, Mach 2 over 1, 300 miles per hour. It can supercruise at Mach 1.6 without afterburners, sipping fuel while going supersonic. But the real upgrade is coming: the Delhi 30 engines, promising more power, better efficiency, and true 5th gen creds. They're testing them now, but full integration, still years away. Stealth is the big sell. The airframe uses composites to absorb radar waves, angled surfaces to deflect them. It's got internal weapon bays to keep missiles hidden, no dangling. Pylons giving away its position. Armament, deadly. R-77 and R-37 air-to-air missiles for picking off enemies from 100 miles out. KH-59 and KH-69 for ground strikes, even the hypersonic Kinzhal if needed. The radar suite is the NO-36. Bielka, an active electronically scanned array that can track 60 targets at once. Jam enemy systems. Side-looking radars in the wings add 360-degree awareness. And get this, it's got an AI assist for targeting. Though Russia's computing power lags behind the West, it's multi-role air superiority. Ground attack, even maritime strikes. In theory, it's a game changer. But theory and reality, two different worlds. Take the 2019 crash. A prototype goes down during testing in the Far East. Pilot ejects safely, but it's a setback. Investigators blame control systems, but whispers say engine issues. Then, fast forward to June 2024, Ukraine pulls off audacious drone strike on Aktybinsk airfield. Deep in Russia, satellite pics show an Su-57 with scorch marks, shrapnel damage. It's the first time a 5th gen fighter gets hit on the ground like that. Russia downplays it, says it's repairable, but it exposes vulnerabilities. Those air bases aren't as secure as they thought. Now, the Ukraine war. Russia's full-scale invasion in 2022 puts the Su-57 to the test. But they're cautious. Why risk your prized asset? Early on, it's used sparingly long-range missile launches from Russian airspace, avoiding Ukrainian SAMs like Patriots. By mid-2025, though, things change. Reports say they're deploying informations. One provides air cover with our 77Ms, while others drop KH-69s or FAB-guided bombs on Ukrainian positions. They've hit over 40 targets, suppressing air defenses, striking troop concentrations. But still, no deep penetrations. Russia's lost dozens of Su-34s and Su-35s to ground fire. Losing in Su-57 would be propaganda gold for KYV. And with only about 25 operational by late 2025, they can't afford it. This is where NATO gets nervous. The Su-57's deployment gives real-world data on its performance. Does the stealth hold up? How effective are those radars against Western tech? In simulations, it's a dogfighter's. Dream thrust vectoring lets it outturn an F-35 in close combat. But the F-35, it's a network warrior, linking with drones, ships, ground troops for God's eye view. Better stealth, more reliable engines, and hundreds in service versus Russia's handful. The Su-57 is faster, longer ranged, but the F-35's sensors and data fusion? Unmatched. If they ever clashed, it'd be about who sees who first. Geopolitics amps it up. And ATO's expanded to Finland and Sweden, right on Russia's doorstep. Russian jets buzz NATO borders MiG-31s over Estonia, to 95 bombers near Norway. In 2023 alone, NATO scrambled over 300 times to intercept Russian planes. Christmas 2025, Russian recon planes near Poland. Jets scrambled on the holiday. It's brinkmanship, and the Su-57 fits right in probing, gathering intel, showing force without firing a shot. But here's the twist: Russia's aviation industry is hurting. Sanctions have crippled it. They rely on imported parts for everything: engines, avionics, even basic maintenance. In 2025, they're begging the UN to ease restrictions because safety's plummeting, technical failures up, inspections finding violations everywhere. Production, they're delivering batches of Su-57s and Su-35s, but it's slow, reliant on shell companies and China for components. NATO knows this. A report says target the supply chain, tighten sanctions, poach experts, undercut sales to countries like India. Russia's lost over a dozen Su-35s in Ukraine this year alone, vulnerable to Western air defenses. The Su-57, they're reserving it for if things escalate to direct NATO conflict.